everyone, got a new video for you today. This is the Roby, and in a couple hours, we got the final seeding games of this NBA bubble. The playoffs are finally starting next week, and I am hyped. It's been nice having NBA games back after everything that's happened. Anyways, let's get to the video. Let's see what we're talking about today. In this video, I'm starting a little series called NBA Storylines. I think it's the best way to encapsulate some of the things that have been happening in the NBA recently. A little insights on what's been happening. Now, with that out of the way, the biggest thing to come out of this bubble is the Phoenix Suns. Just a little background: they've gone 7-0. They have not been defeated, and they've been honestly the best team through this entire bubble. And they have been fun to watch. In a couple hours, they'll have their final game. That's against Dallas. Dallas has nothing to lose. Phoenix has everything to lose. This win, possible win, isn't a guarantee for them to enter the playoffs because the two other teams in the 8th spot, Portland and Memphis, is controlling their destinies. There's also San Antonio, but the worst is Phoenix, Memphis, and Portland losing the games, and San Antonio wins. That's how they get in. But I think that the thing is, I'll talk about that later. But first, let's talk about Phoenix. They've beaten the Mavs, they've beaten the Heat, the Pacers, the 76ers, the Thunder, the Clippers, and the Wizards. All these teams are playoff contending teams, except Washington. I'm sorry, Wizards fans, Bradley Beal isn't there. There have been questions whether or not the bubble should have been smaller, but it depends. You could be the Wizards who are on the opposite end of the spectrum, or you could be the Phoenix who has a legit shot at being the 8th seed. So where do we start? What happened to Phoenix? Well, first of all, I think the biggest culprit is the rest. The rest that everybody got these past 4 months has been like an entire offseason. They've been absolutely valuable for them. Their abilities have gone to another level because the wear and tear of the regular season is basically gone. They've all been rested. This extends to Devin Booker, the most prominent player there. He's averaging almost 30 a game. He just went to a whole different level. He got that groove. He got that jive. He's jiving, he's playing. He's just having fun and just really wanting to make the playoffs. The game-winning shot against LA Clippers, against Paul George, against Kawhi, against one of the best defensive teams in the league, that was only a microcosm of what the Suns have been able to do, but it shows how well they've improved in late game situations, and it proves how clutch Devin Booker actually is. Him increasing his efficiency to nearly 50% from the field in these past 7 games is nothing short of amazing. He just exhibits that leadership. He oozes that confidence that's valuable in late game situations, in critical moments. Well, and along with that, the fundamental support that he gets is from the supporting cast, the supporting members, everybody else. Even if Devin Booker scores 50 a night, 70 at one point, but if he scores 50 a night and his teammates are doing the best that they can, it's worth nothing. But we have DeAndre Ayton, Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges. They've been overall solid in carrying the load alongside Booker, and they've proven to be effective in the minutes given to them. They played hard and did their best, even when the odds were against them. Even with the loss of Kelly Oubre, who's injured and even is with the team, but he's not playing, the 18 points that he usually scores is saved by the rise of these young stars and everybody else. DeAndre Ayton has proven to be a solid defender. I mean, he's not as aggressive on the boards as you usually want, but he's solid. And then you've got Cam Johnson, solid too. You've got MacLeod Bridges, who's been effective at being the 3-and-D guy, the guy who defends the best player, and then shoots the open 3 from time to time, makes plays. You know, your prototypical 3-and-D guy, but he's been effective and he's becoming more and more efficient. And their growth, they've grown to the point now where their maturity has proven that they can win games. And then we get to the balancing act, which is the veterans. We got Ricky Rubio, we got Tyler Johnson, we got Javon Carter, these players who have been jumping from some teams, but they've been meshing well enough that it mitigates a lot of their issues. I think the best player to one of the X factors of this team is Ricky Rubio. When he doesn't play well, Phoenix tends to get, a little bit on the side, but they're undefeated. But there are moments in the game where he takes bad shots and he makes bad plays from the eyes. But his leadership, his ability to pass the ball, his ability to orchestrate the offense is nothing short of basically, what Rondo does, right? Everybody knows what Rondo does, but he's like that, but he's more manageable because one, he's got a manageable 3-point shot, and two, he knows when to give the ball up to Booker or the star player and balances it out. Now, with them guiding, with Rubio orchestrating, with them guiding, with Tyler Johnson becoming the jokes call, a subpar Curry, I'm not gonna, you know the meme, everybody knows the meme, but they've proven themselves to contribute well. Now, everybody knows that teams are also, now, with them, the coach is important, the assistant coach, the coaching staff is important. With Monty Williams being hired, and with Phoenix firing Igor Korkusov this past offseason, it's weird because Devin Booker has gone through several coaching changes at his career, but I think this is the first one where he's been able to jive well with the coach because he got Earl Watson. There was problems with the system and the fit, but now it seems like everybody's going well, and you gotta credit Monty Williams for that because he's been able to manage in-game adjustments. His X's and O's have been good, and during late game situations, during crunch time, during deficits, Monty Williams managed to get back morale and just do it, come back and win, not letting the pressure get to them. The games with the Pacers, the games with the Heat, the games with the Clippers, these games, man, the Sixers, only a few games were not close. But in general, I think in conclusion, now that everybody's out of the way, now that Phoenix is clawing at that 8th spot, I think everybody deserves credit. And in a few short hours, in a few short hours, we'll know whether or not they get in. Who's to say what happens? But this team played their best, and they got to do it one more time, and hope that the Blazers and the Grizzlies lose. If not, just referencing Draymond, I don't think D-Book's gonna go out there. But if they don't do a solid and build this team that's really good, because they have something that's special that can win in the next season, that can go into the playoffs. If they don't take care of that, they'll lose D-Book, who's been excellent. They'll lose that star, and who's to say what the future holds? But they just gotta do it right. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. So, I'll see you all in the next NBA storyline, so I'll see you later. Thanks.